Hello everyone and welcome to Cheap Noise in the House, the channel where we talk about electronic games and music production. I'm Cheap Noise and survey says I'm in the house. And yes, we're switching on to not micro jammers, one-man jam related-ish. For the simple reason that I ran out of mores. I need to buy more from the shop, and I can't do that right now. So, we're switching to one-man jam. If you don't know what the one-man jam is, think really big micro jammer. That's awesome times 100. Let me give you a demo, actually. That was the rock setting. I stopped there because I could do that for hours. But you have a tempo slider as well, or a tempo knob. That's the lowest. And that's the highest. And there's also country, which will be more important later. Here's the sounds. And with this, you can do, I don't know, and again, you have the tempo. This is the lowest. This is the highest. But anyway, this video is not to show you the one-man jam, even though it's an amazing toy and, might I say, an amazing instrument. It's to show you one of the knockoffs, because yes, there were plenty. Here is the one-man jam. Yes, this thing looks weird. This I actually had as a kid. This is not the same one that I had as a kid, but I did have one of those as a kid. So I kind of got introduced to the one-man jam sounds before I got an actual one-man jam. Except these are in a much lower quality, as you will be able to hear. It sounds kind of harsh, and it's not that great to listen to. But you know what? If you don't have a one-man jam, this could do the trick for you. So, you have 7 buttons. The one-man jam only had 6. More on that later. You have 6 buttons here, which are your drum/piano keys. More on that later. You have the power/volume here. You have 2 tempo buttons, so this is not an analog knob anymore. This goes tempo down, this goes tempo ups. There's 5 steps in total. So not a big range, but you know, it does the trick. This is your stop button /piano/drum select. This is kind of janky, more on that later again. This is your whammy bar sound select. There's 5 sounds on the whammy bar that you can choose. Of course, none of them fit with the music, but you know what? That's okay, I guess. This is your demo button. There's 3 demos, which is just sequences of sounds, basically. Over here, you have the whammy bar that you can kind of twist. You can hear it click into place. This is where the speaker is. This is an addition, basically 4 red lights that will move in time with the music. And I have to give this thing credit. The light animation is actually really on time with the beat, and it's really well done. On the back, as you can see, this one is scratched to hell. Takes 3 AA batteries at the back. Of course, here's some writing. And it was made by the company Discovery Kids, which kind of make knockoff stuff. They're not the most knockoff of knockoffs, but they make knockoff stuff. They also made a keyboard in that range, amongst other things. So, let's turn this sucker on. Yes, it plays a little sequence when it's on. This is the loudest, by the way. The one-man jam could smash this in terms of volume. And the sound might sound familiar. Let's go through these. Yeah, they kind of ran out of sounds to put on the 6 buttons, so they just put one from the completely wrong sound set in there. It doesn't fit with anything. Then here's the piano keys. Again, this sound is different. And if you want to switch to the drums, you have to do this. And now here are the drums. Taken from the one-man jam 2, I believe, these. And there you go. You can change the tempo. This is the lowest, as you can see. Pretty trashy sounding, yet sound is quite downsampled. This is the highest. As you can see, the lights move in time with the music, which is pretty cool. Again. Oh, by the way, there's a bug. You can't press this button twice really fast, because if you do that, it won't switch. It will just repeat whatever you've set. This is the whammy bar, as I said. That's the first sound. You can choose different sounds with this button. This one. Whoops. So the pitch affects the whammy bar as well. Also, you can play the beat. This was also taken from somewhere. There's a Kawasaki guitar that has the same riff. Anyway, let's have a little jam. Let's switch it to the lowest tempo setting, because that's kind of the pitch of the original one-man jam, even though it's a little bit higher. Let's switch it to drums first. And again, you can't really do that. You have to wait. Oh my god, I messed up. So, you know, it still works. It's still a competent toy, even though all the sounds were lazily ripped off, and yeah, not to mention, there's no outputs of any kind on this one. The only output is the built-in speaker, which I've said is not very loud, so you'll end up pretty much playing this at the highest volume pretty much all the time. By the way, here's the demo. You can affect the tempo again. There you go. There's two other ones. I'm not going to make you listen to them all because they're quite long, but yeah, basically they just play sequences at random. They could have sequenced them a little bit better, maybe do a blues chord progression, but, you know, that's basically all you can get now. But anyway, that's it for this video. I just wanted to show you this quick knockoff that I found on a local thrift store today. By the way, there is also a Puppet Shout there. I also picked it up, but it's kind of broken. I'm going to need to fix it. But until next time, cheers!